to make the meals. You manage to prepare the jerky. It does take a little bit of time to dry. Like it's going to take you a few days just to dry the meat itself. But you have made, a fairly interesting meal out of the game that Asta and Zorak brought. Enough, definitely enough to feed the people at least for 2 days before they have to start relying on their rations.
Well, is it something that we should stop by? This vacant island that's on the map?
I reckon if it looks like it's inhabited by anything, it doesn't hurt, right? Another sense of adventure? Let's go.
Yeah, why not?
Might get us another level up, boys. You never know.
There
might be like
level fucking 3, eh?
They might be like a mind player or something there and get a TPK.
I was gonna say your mind player would definitely wipe.
There might be like a demonic invasion happening. We'll just all die, just like that.
Yeah.
What is this?
Legion invasion.
Yeah.
So, are we passing this island first, or are we passing this one first?
I know, that's what, waiting to hear from you guys about that.
Well, I think we might as well stop at both on the way.
Yeah, I agree. If we're able to, if we have the capability of now stopping the thing without running into an island.
Have we what type of agriculture do we have on? Is it going to spoil?
Yeah, it's going to spoil, yeah. So exactly.
Yeah, so it is.
See, this is why I like you, Asta.
It is mostly grain, so it will last a while, but there is a bit of fruit and vegetables. It is borderline. Get the feeling that you don't have much time to spare before it's going to start going off, or it's going to be past its sell date.
Is there a way using Chill Touch or Ray of Frost? Can I use my magic to help preserve?
That is a good question.
He wasn't ready for it, boys.
No, I wasn't, but let me look into it.
I win D&D!
You don't have a frost breath or something, do you? You can use it to just freeze it all.
No, so I got Ray of Frost, which it chills things and slows things down. So, that's a movement. But
if you chill the boxes that they're in.
Look,
Chill Touch wouldn't do it because that's.
If you cast Ray of Frost on the items once an hour during the day, then yes, you can get a couple more days of survivability out of the items that you have on board.
I'd like to think that I would, because I want to be feel that I'm a useful member of the ship.
But before that, give me an intelligence check.
Once an hour would render you useless in battle, though, wouldn't it?
It's a cantrip.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, give me a intelligence check.
6. God damn it! I'm a freaking wizard. God damn it!
Wow.
No, that's an intelligence check, so it's +5, so you get an 8.
8 hours.
No, I was going to say whether or not you would know that would affect it, the longevity of it.
I'd like to think I would.
I would like to
went
think
to
that you
school.
would know. Yeah, even though you rolled an 8. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you kind of know that keeping things cold would make them last a bit longer. That being said, you kind of keep them a bit too cold.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I've invented what is it? Dry ice.
It's true.
Yeah, so you make it to the first island, and as you're flying over it, it starts to come out of the clouds in the distance. The closer and closer you get, it's a very big open plain of just grass. There doesn't seem to be much plant life other than tall grass.
Also, request that, as we were eating dinner and stuff, we completed a short rest, at least.
Yeah, it's been a couple of days between when you left Vaccine. It's been 3 days between Vaccine and the first island, so...
How has my flying been going?
Yeah, it's fine. Give me a couple of performance checks.
And can I insight check her performance just to see if she's confident in doing it or not?
Sure.
So I can give her grief about it later on.
God, hang on, I can't find my character sheet. Okay, performance. So day 1, 18.
Okay.
My insight's a 19.
Day 2, 15.
Yep.
Day 3, 6.
Okay, so you feel like you're starting to get the hang of it. The first couple of days, you seem to be doing really well. Unther is, giving you pointers here and there, saying, "Oh, this is how this happens. This makes the ship do this, and blah blah blah." And then on the third day, you start like waving him off. You're like, "It's okay. I've got this now. I've got this now." And yeah, you just start to feel like pretty cocky, like pretty sure of yourself. It's like, yeah, you feel like you've got this.
Yeah, when there's nothing around.
And on the third afternoon, you kind of get to this small little island, almost inconsequential. But yeah, it is just this wide open plain of just tall grass. Like, you can't see anything on the island other than grass.
I vote we keep kicking on. Next one.
Yeah, sounds good. I'd also like to just like give Astra some shit just about like, how Captain Jack Sparrow like stumbles around. I would do that and be like, "Whoa, is the boat shaky or is it just Astra's driving?"
I'll
Give
roll
that
my
grief.
eyes.
She's trying her best, Brock. Leave her be.
Go have
Give me
another
a
cake.
couple more performance checks.
Alright. 8.
My words have affected her.
Definitely
Sure.
got this. You don't need any more lessons. You're sure you've got this.
How close are we? Have we just like passed that little island now?
Yeah.
Alright.
You're like halfway there now.
He's a natural 20.
That's a little bit. 18.
18.
See, look,
yeah.
nothing around.
You like the second time you feel like you've made a mistake, and you kind of walk up to Unther and be like, "Hey, I need some more help." So you kind of realize that you're not as skilled as you think you are. You need a bit of help. And he starts giving you pointers again, and you make it to the second island. And yeah, there's a couple of forests in here. It's very small island. It's a pretty big open plain of grass, but there is a couple of small forests with what looks like some animals running around.
Do we see any like settlements or like temples or anything? You know what I mean?
No, it's a very small island. Like, it's a very thin island as well, so like you can see from one end of it to the other.
Okay.
So, are we in water or are we in the sky? Like, are these sky islands like in Avatar?
It's Sky Islands, so you can see above everything. Like, there's no ocean.
So what's below us? Is it just cloud?
Yes.
I wonder what's beyond the cloud.
Only one way to find out. Nah, maybe later in the campaign, eh?
Alright. Is anybody opposed to us just continuing? How many days estimate do you think from this island to Vencall would I know?
Yeah, from conversing with Unther and checking the map, you'd think it's about 7 to 8 days.
About
Keep kicking.
one more week.
Do we need to stop and replenish supplies and hunt or anything? Or we good?
You've definitely got enough supplies to make it there. They're not fresh supplies, so they're not like they're not fresh meals, but they are supplies.
We'll be
So
alright, eh?
You'd be alright. You reckon you're gonna get there fine?
Do I know,
Well-
if they're wanting to decide they want to hunt, I'd probably investigate, like have a look at the supplies that we have, not the supplies, sorry, the agriculture, just to make sure, because this stuff is starting to turn. I would have made mention of this to the crew, and I'm trying my best, but if we don't need to stop.
Give me a perception check. Actually, give me 2 of them.
Is that looking at the island?
No,
Okay.
looking at the supplies.
Oh, all right.
22. Oh, no, it's a 7. Okay, cool. And 11.
Okay. Yeah, you're fairly confident that the supplies are going to make it to Vencall. You've been, like, the first time you checked them, like, it actually went through all the stuff. You realized that you were keeping them a bit too cool, so you started keeping them, like, stop casting as much.
Yep.
Went every 2 hours instead of every hour.
Yeah. And the second time, you kind of just did, like, a quick cursory glance over everything, and you're fairly confident everything's going to be fine.
Nice.
Yeah, you keep heading on and you make it to Vencall. Alright, so as you make it to Vencall, as Unther said, it is a desert area. It's a desert island. You come across a rather large flat land. It looks like clouds billowing around. The closer you get, the more you realize it's sand. A huge sandstorm is traversing across the horizon, blurring most of the land below you. A mesa in the distance is relatively clear of the storm and looks to be a good landing site. You could potentially fly higher over the storm, but without the visibility, you could potentially miss the town. Unther has been here before. He informs you that the sandstorm here is always present, ever changing the landscape like an ocean of sand. What do you want to do?
I mean, do we spot the place that looks safe-ish to land?
Yeah, you see the mesa in the distance. It's like jutting out of the sandstorm, but there isn't quite enough visibility that you can see any kind of town.
Well,
So Unther suggests that because the sandstorm is always on this island and it just travels around, the best thing to do is to probably land and
Wait it out.
go on foot or wait it out. Yeah.
So we
So
can't
we-
see
yeah,
the
let's-
village though.
let's head for that safe area.
You can't see the village. No, you can only see the mesa because it juts out of the ground above the sandstorm.
We'll point out the mesa to Asta, assuming we saw it first, and we'll just say, "Hey, look over there. That's where we can land. Just get us there, and we'll take everything else on foot."
Sounds good to me.
All right. Hold on.
Hell yeah.
Alright, yeah, you managed to land on this mesa.
How
Alright.
well do I
You
land?
can't see anything. Give me a performance check. No.
And remember, we're all watching you during this. I'm gonna yell it to the rest of the boat. Brace for impact!
Okay.
I'll be making sure that
yeah, give
the
me
magic
a performance
crystals.
check with advantage.
Advantage. Fuck yeah.
Thank fuck I did. 19, because my other roll was 4.
Cool.
Well,
Okay. Yeah, you managed to land relatively well. You didn't crash into it this time, which is a significant improvement.
Round of applause for
yeah, good
Asta.
work.
The sandstorm is like raging underneath.
Ow.
You're high enough in the air that you don't really get affected by it. The sand does kind of like billow up on board the ship every now and then, but it's not really affecting you that much.
I'm gonna put my hood around my head a little tighter. I don't want sand going in places.
Can I put my hand on top of a tankard that I definitely would be holding, so sand doesn't go into it?
Yeah, of course.
Well, anyone that wants to, any of the crew, I guess is the right word, they're happy to stay. We'll go out and if we can find a buyer. And anyone who's wants to make this their home or whatever, come with us, I suppose. That's the plan.
I mean, yeah, well, as long as someone's here on the boat. John, maybe you wouldn't mind watching the boat again?
John gives you a nod and was like, I don't want to go in that storm.
And to anyone else who's not confident in traversing a bit of rough land, maybe also wait here, but we can be back for the supplies and things, just so they don't get damaged on our trip to the village when we eventually find it. It might be best to.
When I landed, did I know roughly like which direction the village was?
You get the feeling it's probably west of here, southwest of here. Sorry.
So we can't currently see it.
No. So from where
And
you
the sand.
from where you kind of saw the island, you know it's like center of the island, like on the east coast, but you think you've hit it roughly on the north side of the east coast. So you think it's south of you, but like southwest.
And then you said that Unther,
Same.
he knew where it was. He's been here before anyway, so sure we could ask him for some directions.
Yeah, well, as Unther explains, like the sandstorm, because the sandstorm doesn't ever end here, the terrain is never the same anytime you come here. Only like key features do they remain similar. So
Okay. I guess we venture out. There's no other option really.
Alright.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are there any other mesas around this area? Like, is this the center point, like the key feature?
this is like the only key feature you can see above the sandstorm. Anything else you have to go below the sand to see.
Okay.
Like you can imagine it like this is like the Soul Mountain sticking out of the sandstorm. Everything else is just too short to stick above it.
Let's do it.
Alright, whoever's in charge, which I'm guessing is you, Zorak, give me a nature check.
What,
That's
sorry?
survival check.
Survival.
Can I assist him in survival being at the front with him somehow?
Yeah, give me advantage.
I guess that's advantage.
Yep.
So 19.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume
Well,
we'd be
you can-
working together, looking
Yeah,
around.
I think we're
you know.
kind of lead
Yeah.
together.
The
After
bros.
landing on the mesa, John and Unther immediately get to work, securing the ship to the mesa with anchors and ropes. We've got this, lads and lady. We'll hold the ship here until you find what you need. You trek down to the bottom of the mesa, following a stone path. Once you're at the bottom, a barely visible path lays out in front of you, almost covered by the sand, gaining more and more with each passing second. You sense you'll need to hurry if you are to keep it in view.
I
So
assume
you
that's
can see
like
the
down
path
here,
in front
right?
of you. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So you can see the path in front of you, but the sandstorm is blowing sand off of the path, but also adding it on at the same time. So, you know, every now and then you lose sight of the path, but you also, sometimes it makes it more visible.
I'll look back and say we better be quick, lads and lasses.
The visibility so poor that we lose sight of each other.
No, it's not that thick, but it is carrying a lot of dust. So, or of sand. So now and then it's like waves of sand that's getting blown across the desert. So every now and then you'll lose sight, but then you get like a fresh air where you can see through it.
As we're walking, I just yell to everyone, just be aware this sand seems like a good place, that we could get ambushed at any moment. It's what I'd do.
And
Wait,
move
no, I wouldn't do
quickly.
that. I forgot what character I was playing.
I'd yell out to
Travel.
Andres and go, if you could look after the crew. If he's not
Yeah, I
coming.
think Andres would stay on the ship.
You would?
Yeah, just because it makes this shit easier.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We fuck it, we'll be right.
Alright, let's follow the path then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You make it. The sandstorm starts getting worse. You start losing visibility. Can you guys see that new map?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so, well, don't move too far, fucking hell. You start losing visibility. So, your visibility is now maybe 15 feet in front of you. That's as far as you can really see.
Cross the
Whoever's
whole
leading, give me a survival check.
We're both working
That would be you
together.
this
to
time.
lead.
I did the
Alright.
last one, so.
With advantage.
With advantage? Yeah.
Oh, I got a natural 20 on the first roll, plus
Yeah,
4,
buddy.
and a 16 on the second roll, plus 4, so 24.
Okay, yeah. You manage to find your way. You lose sight of the pathway for a few, but a particularly strong gust of wind kind of blows it off in the distance in front of you, revealing where you were supposed to be going.
Nice, mate. Good fucking leading.
Mate, it's this combination of teamwork between you and I that's really pulling through for this group. What the others are doing, I don't know. But
did I that little gap that we just walked through there, that canyon? Never mind.
Wait on.
I was gonna say, did I see or sense any enemies nearby? That
Yeah,
sounded
so
like a really good place.
So as you're following the path, because you can see it relatively well, the sandstorm starts to dissipate. Just off in the distance, you can see this rickety old bridge with a few men standing on it. The closer you get, the more alert they seem.
I'm gonna hold my hold my crossbow, but holding my action for if I see like any of them start raising a weapon at us.
Okay.
I also can't move my character anymore.
You
Oh
can't-
wait, that's because I'm on the ruler. Never mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll be back.
They haven't attacked or anything yet?
Is there a toll?
Can we just be friendly and be like, hey there?
If I hear Brock say hey there, I'd go, I know Brock, I will, I'll greet these gentlemen.
Can I put my hand up next to you before you walk too far ahead?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just worried about you.
Oh.
I just say, be careful, lad.
Okay. Oh, of course. Hello there, gentlemen.
He went AFK to finish off his bat.
Yeah, what did you say, sir?
As soon as Brock yells out, sorry, you do you?
Yeah, I yelled out, hey there!
And then I would move forward because I know how Brock is over the last few weeks or week or more that I've been with him, and I'd move forward and I'd call out, hello, are you right there?
The men in front of you stand like more alert, realizing that you're addressing them. They go, if you wish to pass through here, you must pay us.
Can I look at these people and can I just go, like, do they look official in any way?
Not at all. They very much in what you would consider rags.
I'd say, very quietly, Nicholas, hang back with this one. Zorak, maybe we should go have a little chat to them.
I'll just like give you like a look, like and just move forward a little bit in front of Nicholas.
Yeah.
How about you let us pass and we'll let you live?
Oh
That
god,
sounds
she's
like
done.
an intimidation to me.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh fuck.
Nicholas looks a little bit flustered, but he kind of can still read the room at the same time, so he'll just hold
look
back.
at her with a big smile on my face.
16.
What did you get?
16.
Yeah, one of them kind of takes a step back and looks at you in a peculiar way. He looks at you and goes, be that as it may, like, we require payment before we allow anyone to pass.
Man,
Who are you?
who you're with, yeah.
They start pulling out their weapons saying,
Pew pew!
it doesn't matter who we're with. We require payment nonetheless.
Yeah, I pull out my axe as well.
If I saw someone grabbing a weapon, it was my pew pew.
Alright, I'll give you a surprise round. Asta.
Yeah?
Bloody Danny always saying, oh, hold this in case I see this.
Always want the
it's really
surprise
fun.
attack.
Because my other characters are not like this at all.
You're very hasty.
I'm all in for this. All heads to the crust.
You just see Zorak just start frothing at the mouth, ready to fucking go.
I'm just waiting for someone to like kick it off pretty much.
Where you used
16.
to look at her and scowl at her as a rogue, and now look at you. He's like,
He's not doing anything sneaky, he's just fucking shit.
Yeah, you get a.
So we're hard here.
You get a surprise round because you attacked as soon as they pull their weapons out, so you get that surprise round.
Did all of them pull out the weapon, or was it like one in
Yeah, they all
particular?
did. They all did.
What a bunch of dumbasses, honestly.
Surely you'd see a party and be like, nah, not today. Holy fuck.
That was Brock in game. Just said.
I'm going to shoot for the one at the back, just as a warning shot to the rest of them that they'll see one whiz past.
I
You
just
fire a
want
warning shot.
the DM to know that I can clear this whole map. Just saying.
Okay, so.
Oh, your travel distance is that far.
Yeah.
Except for the back, it's like a 30-foot drop below the bridge. So you'll take.
I can move up to 200 feet in a go.
This is why I hate monks. Fuck you.
That's
Do I get sneak attack on a surprise round or not really?
I would say yes. It is a sneaky action to take. Like they're not expecting it.
I'll have to roll.
It's like you're in the middle of a conversation, and just as they pull out their weapons, you just like quick draw your crossbow.
Alright.
lucky.
Okay. Alright. So 4 points of normal damage plus 4
Well, what
points
did you roll
of,
first?
16 to hit.
Okay,
That's what I
that's
said
good,
before.
yeah.
No, I said that before and I thought you said what's your next roll. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't hear that.
It worked out fine anyway. So 4 normal damage, 4 sneak attack damage, and with my bonus action, that's
Sorry, I imagine you attack the person at the front.
nope. I'm going for the one at the back.
Oh, okay.
She said, as
I
a
wanna-
warning to the other two, she'll attack the one at the back to say, we're serious.
Except that they can't really see the person behind them, so. But yeah, continue.
So 4 plus 4 plus 5.
What is it, Danny? Quick.
9.
4 and 4 is 8 plus 5.
he
Oh,
did.
Nate scared me. Nate, 19.
Yeah, so as you fire a couple of shots, you manage to like.
You flustered me. You said
4 plus 4 plus
five.
5 is 13.
Did you say 19?
Wow.
You would be a horrible DM. You'd just be like, oh yeah, you killed that boss monster in one hit because. But Daddy, you would be a horrible DM because you killed that boss monster because 4 plus 4 plus 5 equals 203 damage. But yeah, you managed to land a couple of bolts in the center of his chest, and the guy at the back just keels over and dies. Everyone else, roll for initiative.
So I'm up? Or,
Yep.
is Adam up? We both rolled 21.
Yeah, how does that
Adam.
work?
Adam will
Who's
have
got the
bonus
dex?
The
action.
highest initiative bonus goes first.
That's you, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry to steal your
No,
thunder.
it's all good. I thought that, that's why I thought I'd
Punch all the things
Alright.
in the face.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna move up and practice me open hand, backhanded slapstick comedy. This guy.
I like listening to this one podcast where he's a boxer and he goes, yeah, I'll tell you if I'm doing anything fatal because everything's going to be like, I'm the boxer, I'm a gentleman boxer, so I'm not going to kill things. And if I do, it is pointy hands and I'll tell you when it's lethal damage. I'm going,
So
Right, man.
I got a 24 to hit this man,
That's a hit.
and it's a D4 plus 3. And I'm going to attack with Flurry of Blows, so I'll spend a key point to make another 2 unarmed strikes as my bonus action.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So the first strike is 5 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 2 attacks, one is a 15 to hit, and the other is a 9 to hit.
Second one hits, third one doesn't.
Okay, so one more hit will be another 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'll say, You guys should have run when you had the chance.
Alright.
And that's
Zorak, it's your turn.
So I will move up here, and I might as well fucking rage. I'm a rager. That's what I bloody do. I'll rage. Shit's a gigs. And then I'm just gonna fucking have a swing at probably the one in front of me, actually, on the bridge.
Okay.
That is nat 20.
Oh! Cunt sparked.
Honestly, I don't know what's bloody going on here.
Bro, isn't that 2 in a row? One for initiative and one for...
It is.
Oh, nice.
So that's 9 plus 2 because I'm raging.
Wait, did you roll a nat 20 for your initiative?
He did, yeah.
And you should have gone first.
Even with the higher dex thing?
No, but nat 20 automatically goes first.
Oh.
Listen, that's okay. So
Well,
9,
we'll know for next
10,
time.
11.
Okay, yeah.
I probably shouldn't have fucking raged now. Wait for it.
Alright.
No.
First bandit is going to take an attack at you.
At me?
Which bandit?
No, at Brock.
Oh, that dude.
This one here.
I can take a reaction and hit him then, I think, because I'm a sentinel.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, you can.
Is that before or after his attack?
That is after it's made the attack. So.
Okay. Hey, he's
This
fucking...
is the first dice I've rolled all game.
My fucking feet's coming through. Big boy.
Yep.
You are lucky that it got the same AC as you. So it goes to make an attack against you and misses.
And then I get to swing at it?
Yes, you do.
I also should have realized that I have the mobile feed, so I literally could have hit him and just moved away.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Did you just say that you rolled the same amount?
No, it just below. Because if it meets, it beats. But it doesn't. He just missed it. Sorry.
Okay.
12 damage.
Yeah, you kill him.
I look, as I split him up, I look at Brock and just sort of give him a little bit of a nod, like, yeah, bro.
While you're like frothing at the mouth and eyes are going red from rage. I'm just like, oh, cunt fuck. Poor old Nick's probably just like, oh, the carnage and the bloodshed is gonna get my clothes dirty.
No, I'm glad I'm in the distance.
Alright, Astro, it's your turn.
Oh, alright. I'll shoot this man's. I don't think it's worth me doing anything. Oh, hang on. I can get sneak attack because he's in melee with someone again. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Cunt's fuck.
that is 21.
3XP.
That's a hit.
Alright. And I'm gonna go with this one first. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, 4 plus another 4 sneak attack. Plus 5, so 9 points.
Did you say 4 plus 4 plus 5?
No, as in like another. I meant another die as 6 die. I don't know why I said 4. I sound drunk, but I'm not. I'm really sorry. It's
Well,
just-
yeah, you managed to shoot the second bandit in the throat. He drops down, clasping at his neck, struggling to breathe as he just slowly bleeds out.
Okay. Sorry, Nick.
Oh no, I'm surprised by the combat. I won't lie. Yes.
He didn't get a chance.
My friend, I just want you to know that I'm gonna be friendly to most people, but doesn't mean most people are gonna be friendly. So, as a person of your discipline, you probably shouldn't be in the front line, my friend.
I was just trying to engage. I didn't realize that they were being false.
As I'm still raging, I rush up to Nick, and right when I get to him, just say, "Good work, mate."
I didn't get to do anything, but thank you, sir.
I wasn't deliberately trying to be like aggressive, but when I'm raging, that's just how it is.
Yeah, you
That's-
literally didn't do anything this time, did you?
Yeah, nope. I sat here. I was
We
trying to be
said
social, and then people went murder hobo on me. Sure, they drew weapons. I can understand.
Because there was 3 of them here, and as we're still kind of like at the edge, can I look around to see if there's any more around? Like any signs of any more dangerous people?
Give me a perception check. Zorak has already looted all the corpses.
I got a
Rage
got a
looted.
dirty 20.
Yeah, you don't see the sign of any more people. You see the remnants of their old campsite. kind of makes you think that there is only 3 of them.
Okay. Well, I'll relay that to the group by saying I've had a bit of a scout around the area, and all I can manage to see is their camp. So it's probably safe to assume that these 3 were just trying to make some money off anyone who happened to stroll by.
I agree.
Again, I'll
Should we-
Keep
reiterate.
looking on.
Unless you give me that stuff,
So yeah, I'll
Zorak,
pass that to you.
just let me know.
That's the party loot. That's why I put, I wrote Nick and then put it. I don't know why we just don't let you look, to be completely honest.
No, because I don't want. I'm not probably that kind of guy. I'm not here to loot people. I'm.
Okay, well, yeah, I do pass it to you.
Okay.
Just 'cause
Piling
I'm
it all
fun.
up.
And
that's okay.
by the way, it's a gem worth
sorry,
10
that's
gold.
Yeah, yeah. I'm right. That's how
It's
I'm
not
writing it.
10 gold.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you still have to sell it.
Yeah, so it might only sell for like 5 gold. You don't know.
But it's also used in spells. So
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, just hold on to her.
Yeah, no, that's why I've got party equipment in abbreviations there. So that's like how I'm writing that. So like even the robe, like if that's what you want to give me, like
Honestly, that bloodstained robe, should we just leave it?
like I'd say like
Bloodstained robe.
it doesn't look valuable. In my opinion, I'm like, as in, I am the rare of robes, and I do not find that
Yeah,
all that enticing.
I'd say we just leave that robe.
Fair enough.
At least
Okay.
you're not going to be slammed. Inventory, please.
Shall we press on?
Yep.
I'm gonna proceed first over the bridge if that's okay with Zorak
Yeah,
here.
I'm following. All in.
I don't know how wide the bridge is, but I'm gonna assume it's 1 person-ish wide, right?
Yeah, it's about 1 person wide. It's a very old rickety bridge. Like you wouldn't want to put too many people on at a time. That being said, that gap there, I want you to roll an athletics check or acrobatics check
mate.
to get over it.
I'll do acrobatics because I'm very good at acrobatics. And my acrobatics was a 19 plus 5, so 24.
You make it over with no issues.
Kind of like backflip over or something, like just yeah.
I got a 14.
You make it over also.
Do I have? Sorry, what was it?
There's just a gap in the things.
he-
Athletics or acrobatics?
Can I assist him by waiting just in case, ready to catch him if he doesn't?
Absolutely, you can prepare to catch him if he fails it.
Acrobatics was it?
Or athletic.
Acrobatics or athletics.
The same.
Well,
So-
20 chat keeps saying that you're typing something, but nothing's ever coming up. Is it
Yeah, that's
bugged
weird.
or?
It's a secret squirrel business with the
Oh,
A 13.
Yeah, you managed to make it across. You kind of stumble upon landing, but
Yeah.
you're okay.
Cool.
I would have shed that. Watch the gap there anyway, but I didn't. So
And you just got Asta.
I don't help Asta because I'm assuming she's quite nimble.
sorry, where are we jumping? Just across the bridge, that gap.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk along the tightrope again.
oh yeah, do a flip.
Okay.
Till flip.
What did you say it was? Just straight dex?
Acrobatics or athletics.
I'm watching
Can
you.
can
Oh,
I
you
wait
got a
because
13
I'm a
plus
gentleman and can I give her a
13 plus 5.
Well, then you easily make it over. So you'll make it across the other side of the bridge.
Here I am. I'm out with my hand ready to, I was like, and you just run past me. It's like, oh.
I scruff your hair a little bit as I'm walking past you over you.
Right. As you get to the other side of the bridge, you can see the path leading into the distance. The more you follow it, the more a village appears in the distance. Oh, sorry, town appears in the distance. You can see it's very worn, very deserty. Like all the houses are made out of sand mud, if that makes sense. They're all sand colored, very short but very sturdy. There's a few plants around, but not much else marking it.
I'm just gonna, as we step over the bridge there and like get to the end of the path, I'm gonna take off my slipper and just like dust it out and get the sand out of my slipper, and then pop it back on, just being like, it feels so uncomfortable in there.
All right, you managed to get to the town. There's no real issues. You walk through the town. Eventually, you come across what seems to be a marketplace.
I think you'll lead an A, bro.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely. Yep, I'm good at this kind of stuff. Yep.
I'll just follow your lead.
As you come into the marketplace, you can see there is what appears to be a tavern at the southwest. So just beneath you guys.
That's automatically where
in the center of this area, there is a marketplace. So there's people selling stuff, buying stuff, and there's quite a few guards around the place.
Here, look at this down here, and you said the tavern's this way, right?
Yes, just to the south. So the entrance is actually be over here, underneath that thing.
Yeah, that's where I would say, hey, look at this, and that's where I would be walking into.
Is there someone selling weapons here?
Yeah, there is, but a guy at the bottom right.
Well, if you're going into the tavern, I might just say to everyone, my axe is a bit rusty, I'll just go see if they have anything for me.
And while they're like clearly going off to their own excitements, or whatever the word is, can I look around at someone who's selling produce and someone that we might be able to sell our agriculture to?
Yeah, so someone up here at the northwest is selling produce.
I'd look back to Asta. I'm going, have you got something in mind, or I see that people that we might be able to sell our produce to?
Asta's very distracted and just looking around at all the townspeople, particularly for any official-looking people.
You'd be trying to avoid the guards.
Yes. Sorry. What did you say?
I'm just looking. I see people to our left up here that we could sell our produce to. Would you like to assist me, or have you got something else in mind?
No. I can definitely help with that. Let's do it. Let's make some money.
Great, thank you. I'll make my way up to these people with Crowley on my shoulder. No, he's not Crowley. with my crow on my shoulder. And
yeah, so as you approach them, they're trying to sell their wares to what villages are around, and they see you approaching, and they're very, very confused, or they look very confused.
Good day, good people. How do you fare?
They look at you and goes, "Oh, you not bad. What can I do for you?"
We wish to sell a hull's worth of agriculture, and I'd give like a rough idea of like different produce, like beans or whatever we've got on the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, we can certainly buy them off you. Do you have proof of ownership of these goods?
I'd kind of look sheepishly over at Asta. These items, unfortunately, have fallen in our hands after pirates raided our ship. We defended them off as best as we could, but we now would appear to have a ship to ourselves, and stock that is rotting away in the hull, and we just wish to offload it before it causes disease.
The owners look at you and say, well, we could buy them off of you, but you need to speak to the chief of the town first. He wants to make sure that we're not purchasing or selling any illicit goods around here.
Oh, I understand. Well, where may I find this chief, and what would his name be, please?
I'll send a message to him and he'll come see you. If you just wait around here, he'll be here shortly. And she just kind of walks off. You spend a little bit of time looking around. Zorak, what were you doing?
I was going to the merchant, seeing if he had kind of an axe that looked better than mine. Mine's a little bit old and rusty.
Yeah, so it doesn't really have anything that catches your eyes. There's a few weapons that would be interesting for you to own, but nothing that looks better than yours.
Shield at all? Or
what's that?
Shields as well? It was all kind of
average. Yeah, it's all pretty average. Like there's nothing particularly special about the goods. It's more the services they offer of repairing weapons and selling basic goods.
No, that's all good. I'll just make my way back to the group then.
Okay. And
Find anything
Adam?
you like?
I would be in the tavern and trying to order a like a rum or an ale or an alcoholic beverage of some sort, because I would have finished off mine on the trip here.
Of course.
You find anything you liked over there? I'm looking at my orc friend.
No, the wares seem quite average, but that's okay.
They may not have much stock coming through here.
Yeah.
As I'm looking furtively around.
It is a desert area or a desert town, so you get the feeling that anything that does come through is for the people or is being sold at a upmarked price because it's a desert town.
I'd go over to Zorak and just say, we're just waiting on the chieftain. They just need to confirm that our goods aren't stolen. I have informed the marketeer or the vendor here that we had come across this not through illegal means, but the fact that we have been boarded by pirates and we just happen to survive.
I'll just stand back here and look intimidating and let you guys do the talking.
As you finish your conversation explaining, what you're waiting on, the same villager approaches, leading a half-orc of immense stature. Like, he's really well built, but he's a bit old.
Is he bigger than me?
He's about the same size as you, yeah. As he approaches, he goes, I hear you're trying to sell some goods without proof of proper ownership. What be your story?
I'd reiterate my story that we were crew of a ship just wanting transport, and that we were boarded by pirates and we were the only survivors of this ship, and we're now here to just offload the wares because we don't want it to, in my mind is I don't want it to be wasted.
He looks at you, nods, and goes, yeah, our pirates are pretty bad around here. What was the name of your ship?
I'll look over to Asta because I know I probably would remember, but I never wrote it down.
Roll my eyes and say, the terrific trio. Is it terrific?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the ship name as well as our party name?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what he painted on the ship.
That is what you renamed the ship, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
He looks at you and goes, what was the name of your ship?
Captain. And again, I look back to Asta.
Does he know that it was repainted? Like,
No, he wouldn't know, so you're right. He nods, he goes, never heard of such a ship, but
Yeah, quite the unconventional.
we could buy your produce off of you, but look, without proper evidence that the ship and its goods belong to you, it'd have to be at a very discounted price, or you would have to do something for us to prove you are not pirates.
And how would one go about this proving?
Sounds like a free level up, boys. Let's do it.
I'm
He looks at
listening.
you and goes, look, we've had a problem with bandits.
Oh yeah.
We've been able to handle them relatively easily. However, there is a hive of wasps nearby, and they've been really hitting us hard. They're making it difficult for us to fetch water, and just making everything significantly more difficult. If you could clear out this hive, I would happily purchase the goods off of your vessel at full price. And give you a merchant's token, which would prove that you are in fact a merchant.
I look between Zorak and Nicholas, and I kind of like trying to affirm like whether they're happy with it.
I just
Like-
give a little super slight nod, like, yeah.
And I, Nicholas, because I see you as our captain of our ship, would defer to your wisdom, and I'll just go, well, like, it sounds reasonable to me.
You've got yourself a deal, and I extend my hand out for a handshake.
Oh,
He takes a step forward and shakes your hand. He goes, well, thank you very much. This sounds like a good deal for both of us. You'll find the wasp hive to the east. I can send you a mare that will show you the way there.
please.
That would be
He
delightful.
puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, however, we have sent a few people there before. They haven't returned. I would also appreciate having word of what became of them.
I give him a nod.
If it's one thing that I can say about our party is that we have quite the unconventional means of dealing with things. So I'm sure we can manage.
He looks appreciative, like he understands, and he's thankful for any kind of information that you could provide.
Do I find a place to buy a beer while all this is taking place?
Yeah, you can buy a couple of beers in the tavern.
Yeah,
they are
thanks.
selling them. It is a bit more expensive than what you're used to, but it's decent beer.
Yeah, well, I definitely would pay it anyway because I'm desperate. My drink is currently empty. I'd also see like if I could get like a roadie while they fill mine up.
Yeah, certainly you can purchase that. It'll be 1 gold, 2 copper.
Done.
Sorry, no, not 1 gold, 1 silver, 2 copper.
Even more
That's
done.
expensive. Grok.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I would-
wait, what?
I would hand
Oh,
them the
fuck
gold
that.
piece. I'd hand them the gold piece and expect money back. Because I only have gold on me.
Yeah, well, yeah, they give you appropriate change.
Excellent. How do I convert that? Like, I'll minus the 1 gold from my inventory.
Yeah, I think it's, what, 10 silver to 1 gold and 10
Yeah.
copper to 1 silver?
So, I'll add 8 silver and 8 copper. Change.
How much was it?
It was 1 silver and 2 copper.
Yeah.
So, from 1 gold, that will be 8 silver and 8 copper, right?
Yeah.
How far away are the wasps, would you say?
He goes. He's not too sure. He says he thinks they're about maybe a couple of hours walk from here. There's a bit of a crevice that they've made their home. If you go there, clear out the wasps, we can go in there and burn them out after they're dead. We just don't have the men to deal with the bandits and the wasps at the same time.
Out of curiosity, they're bandits who normally camp on your bridge on the way to your town.
He looks a bit surprised. He goes, "They're doing that again? We
Oh.
thought we killed them."
Well, hopefully they won't be doing it for a little while. I kind of give him a wink to say that we may have re-dealt with that situation for you also.
He looks very appreciative at you and goes, well,
I'm
maybe
trying
there's
to be
a few less bandits than there are normally.
trying to be very charismatic here.
As
but-
this is happening, can I go into the tavern and just yell out, Brock, we're heading off, mate.
He stumbles out.
Can I go down to the weaponsmith here and then try and sell these 2 broken swords?
Yeah, you can certainly try.
What do I need to do?
I'll look up mine.
Yeah, so as the vendor looks at them, he looks over them saying, well, these are clearly, inferior weapons if they're broken. How did you come across them?
Oh, we killed some goblins.
Goblin weapons? Well, that explains why they're broken, I suppose.
They are after our orcish friend dealt with them, that's for sure.
He takes a closer look at them. He's inspecting them, like trying to see if they bend, what caused them to break. I suppose I could give you a couple of silver for them. I'd have to melt them down to get anything useful out of them.
Oh, of course.
Is it a man or a woman?
Man, it's a man.
I kind of want to come up behind her like, oh, are you sure you wouldn't be able to give us a couple of silver extra? We sure would love it if you could take it off our hands after we traveled so far.
And she's gonna like flash her tits at him a little bit.
Sure, give me a performance then.
Or persuasion, which one?
Yeah, either or.
Did persuasion.
I'll go persuasion. Persuasion's slightly higher. Oh, it's a nat 1.
Oh,
Damn
you
it!
suck. Your boobs are nothing.
You're actually
you
flat
go
chested.
to rub up against him and flirt with him, but
No.
Turns out
No,
he's gay.
I would not. I would just kind of want to lean across the table, real.
Yeah, lean
Way
across the
too
table,
obvious.
flash your cleavage. But as you go lean across the table, you kind of misjudge how wide the table is. One of your elbows missed the table, and you kind of just face plant onto the table, giving him a good chuckle.
Turns out he's also gay, so he's not interested anyway.
As he's laughing, he goes, "Look, I can give you 2 silver, and 4 copper, and that's all I can do, man. I've got to there's a lot of work to get any money out of these weapons here."
Turn to Nick and I'm sure we'll appreciate that. Thank you. Even though I'm very embarrassed.
Oh, that's perfect. 2 silver and 2 copper, was it?
Yep.
Oh god, no, that's a perfectly good deal, sir. Thank you very much, and I hand over the 2 swords.
Oh, I wish I would have been out
So,
there for that.
was
because
that-
I would
that's
have
for
pat
both
Ash on
of
the
them,
back
yeah?
and said, you tried.
That was 2
But-
silver and 2 copper for both the swords?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In total, yeah.
that's what I was going for. Well, hoping for. Alright.
So I'd step back out, but I'm locked in. The door's locked in front of me. That, or I just can't work out how to use a fucking door handle right now.
Or both.
While we're in the town centre, can I see anybody who might have crossbow bolts around, or is it just?
I think that the weapon dealer that you're at currently, you could potentially buy some crossbow bolts off of him.
Can I look around and see if also while Asta's doing that, see if I can sell this tiger eye gem? Is there anyone that's growing gems or?
Sure, you don't want to. Or do you know if you've got any mats? Like if you need that for any mats of your spell casting components?
You might need it later, bro. It might be a good idea to just hang on to it, eh?
Yeah, it's probably better to keep them.
I mean, you could still ask and see what they pay for it. You could definitely still do that. Just keep that in the back of your mind, though, that you might need that for a component.
Yeah, your identify spell would require a pearl with 100 GP and an owl feather. Your false life spell requires a small amount of alcohol or distilled spirits. If you ever need any, I'm sure you could ask Brock.
Oh, I'm not gonna get that. That's for sure.
He'll be drinking it.
All right, no, I'll keep the Tiger Eye, but I've got still in the party equipment at least because it's not something at the moment that I can see that I actually can use. In saying that, I'll ask you later on, Gordon, on what like components and shit, because I've got the arcane focus obviously, which will do obviously clear some of the things, but I will check with you exactly when we get obviously spells where I actually have value.
There is an actual list of like what it eliminates and what it doesn't.
This might be metagame, and I'm happy for it, whatever else, but those kinds of gems and things, instead of putting them in the party thing, I personally don't care if it's like a spell component for you, just put it in your bag. Like, sure, it doesn't benefit the party, but I also don't really care. Like, I don't know how others feel about that. But if it's something you need, just be like, hey, I need this for a spell, do you mind if I keep it? And I'm sure none of us would be like, oh no, you gotta sell that because we earned that as a team. Like, you know,
yeah,
so
well,
like,
I'll just, I suppose, mean my own, as in, again, meta, in my own mind is that because this is what was given to me to be party funds. Like that 10 GP, if I was to sell it, I would be putting it into the 10 GP of our funds. So unless I suppose, like, because at the moment, like, I haven't really had a proper good look, mainly because I suppose I got lower level spells. I haven't really looked into the full costs of a lot of the spells, because I know, like, yeah, I didn't think about the identifier spell where I need this pearl, for example, where I'm going, I cast this already, so I'm going, shit, have I got that already or not, kind of thing.
yeah. Well, to reply to Zora, I could be like, yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'll be right out there. As I stumble forward towards the door. Just get myself just battle ready.
Battle ready.
Mate, you could be naked and drunk as fuck and you'd be battle ready.
I know.
What do you mean? He practically is.
Alright, so one of the men under the chieftain's command starts guiding you towards where he understands the hive to be.